At 152 pounds, we have two juniors. The returning GMC champion from Piscataway in the black uniform, Joe Hatcher, and from Monroe Township, Nick Weikel.
Well, you know, on paper here, this is like a mismatch, but we've seen upsets all along. I mean, Hatcher's got 89 wins already after 2 years of wrestling, and he's been to the States twice. You know, and Weikel was a third place, second
place in the district.
Fifth place finisher here. And, you know, it's a scramble. You can never count anybody out.
Hatcher's certainly the one with the experience. He made it to the state tournament last year, taking a second in the regions 2 years in a row, as opposed to Weikel, who finished second in the districts, made it to the regions, but ended there, just finishing up at sixth place. Just under a minute here at 152 pounds, first period, no score.
You know, what goes on in this sport, as you win more, sometimes it becomes harder to win. Because everybody knows you, you know, they won't give you something, you know, and it can lead to frustration, you know. So you have to just go with that and find a way to win sometimes.
Scramble there, Hatcher coming up. He thinks he's got control. And there's the two. He does get the two for the takedown. And bringing him over. 15 seconds to go here in the period. Trying to stretch him. Fight by Weikel. Got him over. 5 seconds to go here in the period. He's got 3 points at least. And that will end it. And a near fall for Joe Hatcher from Piscataway, leading 5-0 here at 152 pounds. That weight class sponsored by La Rosa's Chicken and Grill, where you can eat well and live healthy. Locations in Marlboro, Freehold, Manalapan, and coming soon to Monroe. Visit them at larosagrill.com. La Rosa's Chicken and Grill sponsoring the 152-pound match. We go to the second period, and Weikel, who was down 5-0, will be on top in the second.
I don't know, it's a little controversy with the refs. I don't know what's going on here. But interesting, once again, I looked down at the questions for TV broadcast. Most influential people for both of them were their dads. Dad's getting a little love out there.
You know, you need family support. There's no question. As Hatcher,
I mean, a lot of successful kids look at the family behind them. And I will have to say, the Piscataway family, extended family, you know, they're all in it for the kids, and the kids understand that, and there's a lot of loving going on there in Piscataway. So shout out to those Piscataway parents.
Well, I happen to speak just by coincidence with Joe Hatcher's mom before the match, and his younger sister is recovering from cancer.
Oh my God.
And there has been an issue with cancer in his family, and they have all recovered. So you know what? He's got a little bit of that toughness, because you understand what it means to overcome adversity. As Hatcher looks for the takedown, he's in an awkward position.
It's a scramble here. Let's see how it plays out. And Hatcher gets a 2.
So Joe Hatcher, again the returning champion at 152, looking for his second GMC title. Under a minute here in the second period, an 8-point lead. That means he's in a position to get a major decision for the Chiefs.
Got him cradle locked up here, and he breaks it. So we'll see what happens. Well, you know, I think the Monroe kid at this point is just trying to survive. Somewhat of a mismatch here, but hey, the match is not over. Seen stranger things happen.
Well, so far, Hatcher has not made any real mistakes.
No.
He's been very solid.
He's on a mission here.
15 seconds to go in the period. They're watching that bar he's got across, making sure that...
Got a bar and a half now. This is a very tough pinning combination.
Doesn't have
way you turn.
Doesn't have the time, though. Doesn't have the time to do it right now. They're going to come to the end of the period. An 8-0 lead. Joe Hatcher from Piscataway on top. And he will be on top in position as well as Monroe's Nick Weikel takes the down position, trying to score at 152 pounds.
You know, one thing you have to say, you know, they brought the luster of Piscataway back in wrestling.
Yeah.
Back in the day, Piscataway was dominant, you know, winning, you know, county championship and district title after a while. Then, you know, we're down a little here, but, you know, they brought that fire back, and it's good to see, you know, because there's talent in Piscataway, and as long as you get football players, and I say this unbiasedly, coaches got to work together. Football coaches, stop telling your kids they're all going D1, you know, because they're not. And stop telling them they can't wrestle because it's not gonna matter.
Too many kids going one sport. It's not good for the sport.
And let me tell you, I've been head football coach and wrestling coach, and wrestling will help your football. You put all those kids on defense. All those double leg takedowns will be tacklers on defense. So let's stop the insanity here about telling these football players not to wrestle. All right, and let's go. And as Bob, why are our kids now becoming one sport athletes? We're all going to the Olympics? I didn't realize that.
No. You look at Urban Meyer at Ohio State, loves having multi-sport athletes. And here's Weikel coming around. He got a violation point on a tough cross faced by Hatcher, and now Hatcher has given up a reversal, and it's 8-3.
And getting back to that point, just go online and find out all the guys playing pro football who wrestled. The names will boggle your mind. You know, as a side note to that, not to belabor the point, when Greg Schiano was at Rutgers, he recruited every 215-pounder the state had to play football, and they were successful. Every 215-pounder of the state placement wound up playing football at Rutgers. So let's get with the programs here, guys.
Another point for Weikel.
He's coming back here.
That 8-0 lead is now 8-4.
Yeah, that's right. He's cut it in half. So, you know, hey, this is the beauty about the sport. It's not over till the last person sings. Oh, he's getting two here, looks like maybe.
Hatcher got in on a leg, and
stepping over. I don't know who got control here.
Weikel have control here?
He got the control, and
2 for Hatcher.
2 and 2. Maybe, I don't know what he called there.
I'm not sure what we got.
Green up, and then
5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
I don't know, man. 11-5.
It is an 11-5 win, though, for Joe Hatcher. And 152-pound champion from Piscataway, Joe Hatcher.
Now for the middle winner.